So we went and we organized our community because we kept saying, it's going to be 5 million. And the mayor and I started organizing and training people and saying, we got to get ready. So we're ready today. I want, there's a very special person I want to invite back up here with her family. Andrea, you want to come and join us, please? Come on. Come on. Con su familia. Este evento es de familias. ¿Ah? Por favor, Andrea. Y ahora quiero presentarle una de las nuevas soñadoras que va a peticionar el gobierno para sus documentos aquí con su familia. Por favor, recíbala con mucho entusiasmo.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Andrea Gavilanes. My name is Andrea Gavilanes. 6 weeks ago, I was asked by Congressman Gutiérrez to come here to Rebaño Church to tell my family's story. 6 semanas atrás fui invitada por el congresista Gutiérrez a venir aquí a la iglesia del Rebaño a compartir la historia de mi familia. I was joined by my father, my mother, and my brothers, and told the story of how my family will benefit from the immigration executive actions announced by President Obama. Yo fui acompañada por mi papá, mi mamá y mis hermanos y compartí la historia de cómo mi familia se podrá beneficiar de las acciones ejecutivas anunciadas por el presidente Obama. Today I have a chance to thank the man in charge of making it happen. Hoy tengo la oportunidad de agradecer a la persona encargada de hacer todo esto posible. The cloud of uncertainty and possible deportation has hung over my entire family for a long time. La nube de incertidumbre y posible deportación ha caído sobre mi familia por mucho tiempo. But that's about to change. Pero eso está a punto de cambiar. My brother and I plan to apply for the expanded DACA program when applications come out in just about 3 weeks. Mi hermano y yo planeamos aplicar para el programa de DACA extendido cuando las aplicaciones salgan en tan solo 3 semanas. And because my little brother is a U.S. citizen, my parents plan to apply for the new DACA program when it becomes available in about 3 months. Y como mi hermano menor es ciudadano de los Estados Unidos, mis papás podrán aplicar para el nuevo programa de DACA cuando las aplicaciones estén disponibles en aproximadamente 3 meses. Mr. Secretary, thank you. Señor Secretario, gracias. I am thanking you because it is your responsibility and the responsibility of the men and women who work for you to make the President's announcement real for me and my family and for a million of others. Le agradezco porque es su responsabilidad y la responsabilidad de otros, hombres y mujeres los cuales trabajan con usted, de que el anuncio del presidente Obama se haga realidad para mí y para mi familia y así para millones de otros. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to ask you to welcome the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Secretary J. Johnson. Señores y señoras. Señores y señoras, es mi honor pedirles que demos la bienvenida al secretario del Departamento de Homeland Security, J. Johnson.
Thank you very much, Andrea. This is really a remarkable event. This is fabulous. I feel a little intimidated to have to follow such great people, heroes here in this community, Senator Durbin, Congressman Gutierrez, Mayor Emanuel. Luis talked about the Emancipation Proclamation. Ron talked about his immigrant heritage. I do not come from immigrant ancestry, but I will tell you that my great-grandfather was born in this country a slave. He was emancipated by the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. 1963. He put himself through college. He created a church in a little town called Bristol, Virginia. That looks a lot like this church. Still there. The Lee Street Baptist Church in Bristol, Virginia. He had a son named Charles, my middle name. My grandfather went to college, went to graduate school here in Chicago. Got his PhD here in Chicago. My grandfather became a sociologist. He had honorary degrees from Harvard, Columbia, University of Glasgow in Scotland. He died in 1956, a second-class citizen, a second-class person in this country. In fact and in law, he did not live to see the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, the Housing Rights Act of 1968. He did not live to see his grandson become the Secretary of Homeland Security, working for another black man by the name of Barack Obama. He did not live to see that. But my grandfather, and I've told this to Luis many times, my grandfather believed in this country. He believed in the democratic process. He had hope. He did not live in fear. He had hope. And so he would not be surprised to see what is happening in this room today. So from the lesson of my ancestors, I've learned that the arc of history may be long, but it always bends in the right direction. And we have a real struggle going on in Congress in Washington right now. Your senator, your congressmen are fighting for you. They're fighting for immigration reform in this country, for comprehensive immigration reform, for an earned path to citizenship for many of you in this room. And the people in this room can have no greater champions for immigration reform than Dick Durbin and Luis Gutiérrez. You should be very pleased with that. They work day and night for immigration reform, for you. I know that for a fact. This man has been to my house for dinner, and he doesn't stop working it. He does not stop. The next morning, my wife got a very, very expensive collection of flowers with a note that said, "Dear Susan, I know you are on my side." I have never seen a fighter like Luis Gutiérrez in modern times. So we have a struggle right now in Washington. We need comprehensive immigration reform of the type that only Congress can provide. And we've waited and we've waited and we've waited. In the meantime, there are millions of people in this country living in the shadows who are becoming integrated into our American society with children, family here, and you're not going away. You're not leaving, you're here. So we're waiting. Meantime, the president decided that we want you to come out of the shadows. We want you to be part of the American experience out of the shadows. One of the other things I believe, and I've learned from my own family's experience, is you can curse the darkness or you can light a candle. So on November 20th, we decided to light a candle, another candle. We want people to come out of the shadows, which is why in May, when the gate goes up, we want millions of applications. We want people to come forward. We're so happy that Luis and others are getting a head start on this, orienting people, informing people about our new Deferred Action for Parenthood Arrivals program. We're excited about it. You heard from Director Rodriguez talk about this program. We want people to sign up, and there will be confidentiality in your application. You've heard that before, I'll say it again. We want you to come forward. We want those who are now eligible for the new childhood program to come forward next month. We're going to make this an even greater country than it already is. This is a remarkable country. I go to naturalization ceremonies and swearing new citizens, and almost always there is somebody who is enrolled, who's enlisted in the United States military, who's not even a citizen yet, fighting for this country in uniform, shows up in the naturalization ceremony in uniform. The other thing that occurred to me as I was sitting here, we were listening to Director Rodriguez give you an orientation about our new program in Spanish. And Luis said to me, you know, this is a great country. The director of our immigration system is talking to you in Spanish about immigration regulations, and at the end of this talk, you applaud. Isn't that remarkable? Well, I'll tell you one other remarkable thing. Andrea, would you come back up here, please, with your family? And I'd like you folks to come up here, too. On November 20th, if you look at the document that actually creates the new program, the Deferred Action for Parenthood Arrivals program, you will see it's a document that the President directed me to issue. It's a document issued by me, signed by me. And if you look next to my name, you will see what many of you will recognize as the signature of a felt tip pen. Just like this. This actually might be the pen that I used to create this new program. It's about a 10-cent pen. But I'm going to give it to these folks right here because I want you to use my pen to fill out your applications.